How you feel about Kamala?
I mean,
it's all one piece. It's all one piece because Kamala has been nominated, or by Joe Biden.
This is what I've said before, and it may be just a personal thing, but I didn't like the way that she had spoken to certain like I said, journalists of color, but it could just be the way that she feels.
I won't do anything. I can't do anything specifically for black people. No.
But I love the fact that she said that, because if you really listen to what she said in this thing, she said basically she's being asked a question like, so what will you do specifically for black people? And that could, I don't know who's asking that question, but that's a catch-22 question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What they're trying to catch you up is and say basically about 84% of the country you won't do nothing for, but this other 16% that you might. I think we're about 16, maybe 18, 15.
Well, they say we're about a good 23%, but a lot of us don't do the census.
23% is high. I don't think we're 23.
I know a lot of black people that don't do the census.
I don't think that would have to go all around the board though for everybody. You have to discount everyone who's not doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think that Mexicans are even 23%, and they're the second largest population in the United States right now. I don't think they're even that high just yet. But what I was saying was basically this right here. Well, even when she said that, what she's saying is, what she also said was, anything that I do for black people will be for all people, because whatever affects black people economically will affect them, will affect the rest of the population. So what she's really telling you, she's telling you what you need to hear if you can hear. If you can't hear, if we can't hear, I ain't saying you can't.
I heard it.
Me too. Because I ended up writing it down. Like we got to listen. What they say. What needs to be said don't always need to be explained. What they say, I forget how they exactly say it right now. But you know what I mean. Everything don't need to be explained. Pretty much. If you can hear what she's saying, she's telling you, I'm gonna fuck with y'all. And saying, but because I know that anything I do for you, we're gonna spend the money back in the community anyway.
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna eat regardless of what. So anything you do for any person is for all people. Because that's the way it goes. If you do something for a person with money already, they're probably not going to spend the money back in the economy. They're either going to save it or invest it somewhere else.
Do you feel Kamala has a good chance to win?
Right now, I feel like there's a lot of energy around her, which wasn't in there. I think that energy wasn't. Joe Biden didn't have that energy because he didn't exude that energy. If
Joe Biden have the energy, period.
I'm just saying,
he looked bad in that first debate.
If he's just gotten old on us, but he did a hell of a job. It's like, sometimes you got a hunting dog and that hunting dog. I'm not gonna put my hunting dog down because it can't hunt no more. But I'm gonna tell him, hey man, you might not go out on this hunt. Or you might just sit here with me and let the young dog go over there and go get him.
11 years since he was vice president, and to being president was 11 years, and a lot can change in that time. He's an old man now, and they would say, hey, look at Sleepy Joe, and we'd be like, well, look how old Trump is, and now Kamala's a lot younger.
He's 59.
Yeah, 59
years old. This is. I mean, I really feel like they've been hitting Kamala with a lot of things.
Did I call her Kamala?
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
But
I'll get it right sooner or
Kamala
later.
with a lot of just talking about her. She's really tough on crime. She's put a lot of black people in jail. And what I told a person, this was the saying my mom always says to me. She used to tell me all the time. She's like, "You didn't fire that person. That person fired themselves." And that's just a fact. You know what I mean? Like, if they did something they weren't supposed to do, that's what crime is about.
Yeah.
If there's a law on the books and you put all these black men in jail, did she commit the crime? She didn't. We got to be honest here. Did she commit the crime? I'm not saying all of them were guilty. I'm not saying any of that kind of stuff.
Does Oakland have mandatory minimums? I know that some of the Midwest states have them, like St. Louis and stuff.
I'm not even sure what the crimes are that what they're saying that she went after. If there's a crime being committed, and this is what it is.
Well, they were saying like, oh, she locked up a lot of people over weed. Hey, guess what, folks? Weed used to be illegal. When I was a teenager, if you got caught with weed, your life was over. It didn't matter if it was a dime bag to a quarter.
And the biggest thing, aside from that, this is not me discounting the fact that now she also had stuff on the books too, where she had made second chance laws, a huge push for a second chance law, and they were basically saying you can't be what is it called, a social service worker,
a prosecutor,
and a prosecutor, and a social. You
can't be
worker. A social worker and a prosecutor. Yeah. They told her that because she had been pushing this second chance law, trying to get people to help people out. But greater than even that too. At the same time, I'm saying I feel like we can't push that on her. That that was her job. She was attorney general. That's your job as attorney general, is to create laws. But when we want to push back and say, okay, now look, she became a senator. I can't remember what year it was. It might have been 11 or 12 or something like that. She became a senator. Now look at where California is now. They got people running inside of restaurants, robbing people in broad daylight inside of a restaurant, like a nice restaurant in Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
we see these things. They're running inside stores 50 deep, stealing everything, busting out the the jewelry stuff because they've let their laws get so lax.
That's all across the country, though.
No,
I mean, I've seen
everywhere.
videos. Like I saw the video of all the white people running out of the Target, and the lady was running out with the lamps, and someone was joking like she had her eyes on that for a month.
I'm talking about like on a consistent basis.
It's all consistent. We just see it.
How many times have you seen the Targets getting ran up here? Let's be real. We're not seeing that, and that's not probably happening.
They got everything. They got the Walgreens where everything. I was watching this dude walk through Walgreens yesterday. He was like, "Look, everything is locked up at the suntan lotion."
Yeah, but I'm gonna be real. I'm seeing that crime has had a serious uptick since they've taken away. They basically have no bail law.
Crime has gone up in America because they're lenient on opiate use. That's the major reason crime has gone up in this country. Because the people doing opiates are European Americans, and they're high as shit. And the people don't want to get because that reminds me of my cousin, my friend. They've always been lenient on them, so they keep slapping them on the wrist.
But crime has not gone up though. They're saying by statistics, crime hasn't gone up.
Oakland's gonna be Oakland. All right?
Oakland's going through it right now.
Oakland.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you gotta look at the rest of Cali, Los Angeles,
LA gonna be LA.
But we gotta understand, like them having laws to where you basically can commit a robbery and not get. And basically don't have to bail out at all. You can just go. They might book you and release you. Come on, man. They got the dude who killed Pop Smoke. He did like 3 years.
Yeah, something
for
happened
murder.
With that. Yeah, he was a minor though.
Don't matter. You do 3 years for murder? I don't care if you're 15, 16, or 17. You're not doing 3 years for murder.
I know a dude just did 5 years for one.
For murder.
Yeah, but they charged him with something else. He was selling drugs or whatever, and the guy came to rob him, and shot him.
That's different. That's self-defense. And he shouldn't have. They probably charged him for the drug part.
They charged him for the drugs.
You know what I'm saying? That was a totally different situation, okay? I'm talking about a person who came to your house to rob you with a gun, came in, caught you in the shower, and killed you.
Nope, got my gun in the shower with me. He'd be a part of the rug.
I'm just saying.
I'm getting out, wiping my feet in his blood.
Like, that's murder, bro. He shouldn't do no. You shouldn't do no 3 years for murder. I don't care what nobody say. Not murder like this. I mean, if it was different, if it was self-defense, that might be a little bit different. But back to Kamala. I like I say, I think she would be a strong president. He has that. This is gonna sound kind of vicious, but it means something different when you're speaking about men. So I'm gonna say it even about women. She got that dog in her, man.
Yeah, no, she do.
She's a tough debater. She's tough when it comes to like basically she's prosecutorial when it comes to breaking somebody down. And she will break. I mean, for what her and Joe Biden did over these last 4 years, if Joe Biden had the wherewithal to get it done, he could destroy Trump. Do
you think America?